What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to this new episode of Restorations with Vic. Before we get started on what I have on my desk today, I want to show you guys my 3.0 setup. I read a lot of you guys' comments. Some of you guys suggested TVs, LED lights, fan art. Ultimately, I went with this setup. I like the setup a lot more because I have my Reshoevn8r products right here and my paint, so it makes everything so much more easy to grab. I also have my customs on this side, my customs over here. I am going to throw some LED lights to make everything really pop, but I still need you guys' help. Right above me right here, I have a poll. Vote if you guys like the setup, vote if you guys don't. It'll be super helpful. It'll allow me to either keep this 3.0 setup or bump it up to a 4.0. Let me know, guys, much appreciated. So back to the shoes. What I'm gonna be working on today are some really old Air Jordan 14s. These released over about 20 years ago. These are 1999 Columbia Blue 14s. All around, they're super trash. We're gonna have to Reshoevn8 them inside and out to bring them back to life. Bring back the whiteness on the sock liner, bring back the whiteness on the leather, get the shoe looking right. Once that's good to go, we're gonna move on to the midsoles. One thing I do want to point out that the midsoles on the older 14s get really sticky. That's from a finish that they use. So right now, the midsoles are really sticky all around. We're gonna go in, wipe off all that residue, wipe off the old paint and repaint it. Depending on how well the cleaning goes inside the washing machine, we might need to do some re-gluing on some areas of the shoe. Not 100% sure yet, but right now, the only separation we have is back here. Hopefully it stays that way. Other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. Without further ado, let's get started. So for before and after purposes, we'll put the left shoe to the side and only work on the right one. For this cleaning, we'll be using Reshoevn8r's 3-brush advanced laundry system, as well as some detergent. We'll need a bowl of water and some towels. So inside our 3-brush advanced laundry system, we have all 3 brushes, our soft bristle brush, our stiff bristle brush, medium bristle brush. All 3 brushes are gonna be needed to get this cleaning done right. We also have our solution. This stuff is definitely needed. Our shoe tree to get rid of the creasing on the shoe. And lastly, our single laundry bag. What this is for is the washing machine process. It'll take care of the shoes from getting damaged. So let's go ahead and put all this stuff to the side and do some quick prep work before we get started with this cleaning. So the first thing you want to do is take out our shoelaces. All right, so we got our laces out. We also want to take out our insole so we can scrub that separately. All right, that's good to go. Now we're gonna wanna grab our adjustable Reshoevn8r shoe tree to size and adjust it to size. Prep work's good to go, guys. Let's go ahead and grab our 4-ounce bottle of solution and squirt 2 squirts. All right, so that's good to go. Let's go ahead and grab our soft bristle brush. We're just gonna go ahead and dunk it into our solution and just hammer the uppers. So what I'm doing right now, guys, using the soft bristle brush, is hitting the entire upper in a circular motion. That way it breaks down all the dirt while I'm going in and start focusing on the insides of the shoe. All right, guys, so we're gonna let the suds sit on the uppers for a little while, let it break down the dirt. We're gonna take out our shoe tree and using the exact same brush and start focusing on the insides. All right, guys, so the insides of the shoe is good to go. It's back to white overall. We'll let the washing machine really take it to the next level and really bring back that whiteness. Let's go ahead and move on to the leather on the shoe. We already used a soft bristle brush to break down the dirt, but there are some stains all around the leather that we gotta attack with the stiffer brush. We'll be using our medium all-purpose brush. This brush is for leather, rubber, plastic, so we'll be using this on the leather, on the rubber back here as well. It's super stained. We'll attack it really hard and bring it back to white. All right guys, all done with this brush. Uppers are looking good. I'm pretty pleased so far on how they're looking. The pre-treatment is on point. After I put them in the washing machine and get this shoe fully cleaned up, I have a good feeling this shoe's gonna look pretty much brand new besides the rest of the damage. So let's go ahead and finish off strong and use our stiff bristle brush to get these soles back to white. All right guys, so the soles look good, midsoles are good to go. Same thing with the uppers and insides. Let's go ahead and put the shoe to the side real quick and start focusing on our laces and insole. We're just gonna dunk our laces inside the bowl for a little bit and grab our soft bristle brush. We're gonna use this brush to attack these insoles real quick, give it a quick scrubbing, and then we'll put them in the washing machine. Let's go ahead and grab our single laundry bag. We're gonna put our shoe inside, our laces and insole as well. We're gonna close it up and lock it up. All right, so we have our shoe all good to go. It's inside our single laundry bag. Let's go ahead and put this shoe inside the washing machine along with our detergent. Complete the cleaning, let them dry, come back, and move on to the next step. Let's go. All right guys, we are back. Shoes are fully dried and clean. Let's go ahead and check them out. The most noticeable thing to me on this cleaning is the insides. As you can see, back to fully white, no stains, and it smells good too. Same thing with the uppers, back to white. Soles look good as well. This cleaning came out really good. One thing I was really scared that was gonna happen in the shoe during the cleaning process was that the shoe was gonna fall apart and just have a lot of separation all around the shoe. Luckily that didn't happen, but it could happen. This shoe is 20 years old. I highly recommend not to put shoes that are really old inside the washing machine because they tend to fall apart, they tend to separate. Luckily that didn't happen with this shoe. This shoe is in good condition, no separation at all besides this little piece that was before I did the cleaning. Another thing I do wanna mention is a couple of stains on the leather. That was before I put these shoes in the washing machine. I noticed it during the pre-treatment. That's actually stained leather. There was paint from the blue midsole sitting on the leather for such a long time that I think it stained it. No worries, I'll repaint that later on in this video. Another thing I do want to point out as well is the residue on the midsoles. Most of it came off during the washing cycle, but there's still some left. I'll show you guys how to remove that and how to remove the paint in just a bit. So, cleaning came out good. That's all thanks to Reshoevn8r's Street Brush Advanced Secret Laundry System. Head over to Reshoevn8r.com. So let's go ahead and move on with this restoration, guys. What I gotta do next is some prep work. We gotta tape off everything but the blue areas on the midsole. All right guys, all taped up, looks good. Before I strip the paint using some rubbing alcohol and cotton balls, what we gotta do is remove the sticky residue first. It's really easy to remove. All you gotta do is use your thumb. I'm doing this first before I remove it with cotton balls and rubbing alcohol. That way it's less messier. This stuff is all over the place, as you can see. So it'll just make it easier on you. Okay, so we're all taped up. Got the residue off. Let's go ahead and remove the paint. Like I mentioned, we're gonna be using rubbing alcohol and cotton balls to remove the paint. I'm not gonna be using acetone like I usually do. This shoe is a lot older. It's 20 years old. So if I use acetone on this material, it's gonna completely eat away at the material and it'll ruin the shoe. We don't want that. I'm here to save the shoe, not destroy it. Let's go ahead and do it. All right guys, so we got the paint fully off the midsoles, got it nice and smooth. We're not gonna do the paint job just yet. We'll come back to that later. Right now what we're gonna do using a heat gun is go in and remove all the little creasing off the midsole. There's a lot of creasing going on right now. It's gonna be a little tough. Like I mentioned for the millionth time, this shoe is a lot older than most of the shoes I work on. So if I apply too much heat on the midsoles, what's gonna happen is it's gonna separate right away. Don't wanna cause more work for myself, so I'm gonna be very careful applying the heat. We keep it at a far distance, be very patient with it. Try to get most of this creasing out. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get all of it out without causing separation. We'll see, wish me good luck. Okay, we got the creasing out the midsoles. Took a little while, got the majority of them out, way better than I expected. All the white areas got the creasing out no problem, 100% good to go. But the blue areas, there's still some deep creasing. It's not a big deal. I didn't want to go in too much with the heat gun because that would cause separation. The key to avoiding separation is heating it up, putting it in the fridge, bringing it back, letting it cool down, and then heating it up again. That's key. This step took me a good 40 minutes to do, so it doesn't happen right away. So moving on with this restoration, guys, we're gonna jump onto the toe box. As you can see over here, it's pretty stained like I mentioned earlier. We gotta paint it. Before I can paint it, I'm gonna tape off the rubber and airbrush it using some jacquard white paint that's been mixed with a little cream. Super easy. We'll tape it off, then airbrush it. All taped up, good to go. Let's go ahead and lay down the white paint through my airbrush. But first, safety first. All right, guys, so we're making some progress here. We're onto this back piece right here. It's obviously separated. We have to go in with some acetone and cotton swabs and remove all the old glue. Otherwise, if you don't remove the old glue and you just slap some new glue on top of the old glue, it's not gonna bond correctly and it's just gonna come right apart when you wear the shoes. So what we're gonna do is tape around this area, go in with the acetone and cotton balls, remove all the old glue without making a mess, and then we'll go in and apply the new glue. Prep's good to go. We're gonna go ahead and tape off this area one more time. And then we're gonna go in with some Barge Infinity Cement glue. Apply the glue on the rubber piece and the uppers. Let it cure for about 7 minutes, and then we'll clamp it together. Tape's off, glue's applied. Let's go ahead and let it cure for about 7 minutes, then we'll clamp it together. Time's up, let's clamp. All done. This area is good to go. Let's jump back to the midsoles. Before I can lay down the paint, I gotta tape off the shoe one more time. All done with that step, guys. Let's lay down some paint. For this custom blue color, I use the exact same colors I used for the powder blue 9s that I did a few months back. For that mixture, it was light blue, light gray, lilac, pale blue, cream, and the only difference is I added silver to this mixture since the original paint job was metallic. Let's go ahead and lay it down with an angular brush. All right, guys, midsole repaint is good to go. Go ahead and check out how smooth that looks. Just all around. Got rid of the creasing, no brush strokes, color matches on point. Now, originally on this midsole, I had a glossy finish. Usually I spray a matte finish. So for this one, we're gonna recreate that glossy finish using some crystal clear Krylon finish. We'll go outside and spray it because this stuff stinks. All right, guys, that is gonna bring us to an end on this full restoration on these 1999 Columbia Blue Air Jordan 14s. Let's talk about how I got this shoe looking right. The first thing I did was use our 3-brush advanced eco-laundry system. I had to use all 3 brushes, our soft bristle brush, our medium bristle brush, and our stiff bristle brush to scrub this shoe all around. I used a soft bristle brush for the insides, the medium bristle for the leather, and the stiff bristle brush for the soles. Once the pre-treatment was fully done, I put the shoe inside our single laundry bag with our detergent inside the washing machine, completed the deep clean process, got the sock liners looking back to white, everything around the shoe, got it looking clean. The cleaning was a complete success. Once the cleaning was done, guys, I repainted the toe box area. This part was super easy. I just airbrushed it and got it looking super factory. I also went ahead and re-glued this back area right here, just as easy as well. And the last thing I did was work on these midsoles. I removed all the creasing all over the midsole, got it looking super smooth. That's probably my favorite part of this restoration. I didn't think it was gonna come out this smooth. If you compare it to the before was super creased. Once I got the creasing out, I mixed and matched the old paint, got it perfectly matched, added a little silver. Originally, it was a mixture from the powder blue 9s, but it worked perfectly for this shoe. I also went ahead and removed all the residue, removed all the paint, and repainted it. Got it looking perfect, as you see right here. You can find all our products you see right here at Reshoevn8r.com. Use my promo code in the description below. Also, don't forget to subscribe. This is Vick Almighty. I'll see you guys next Monday.